This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Thursday means it's Fishbowl Thursday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and this week we have a super cool user-submitted tribal deck to check out. This is Illusion Tribal for Modern, coming to us from Elias W. So thank you so much to Elias W for submitting a really fun-looking deck. If you want your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday, make sure to leave a link in the comments, or you can email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Anyway, let's take a look at Illusion Tribal for Modern. So Illusion Tribal is kind of like Merfolk. It's a mono blue tribal deck. It has some similarities there. And the obvious question is, why would you ever play Illusions over a more traditional tribe like Merfolk? And I think there is a couple of big answers to that. So, of course, like Merfolk, the kind of key card of Illusion Tribal is Ether Vial. It's the most expensive card. The deck would be pretty budget friendly, very budget friendly if it wasn't for Ether Vial, but being able to cheat yourself into play at instant speed and cheat on mana is really key to the deck, because the competitive advantage of Illusion Tribal over all the other tribes, over Merfolk and all that, is Lord of the Unreal. So Lord of the Unreal is not just a 2-mana lord, a 2-mana 2/2 lord, similar to like Lord of Atlantis or any of the Merfolk lords, but it has a massive upside, and that is, not only does it pump all of our illusions, it gives all of our illusions hexproof. The downside of Lord of the Unreal is it isn't an illusion itself, it's a human wizard, which is a little bit weird, a little bit clunky. However, the hexproof thing is a huge deal, and one of the main goals of Illusion Tribal is to get a Lord of the Unreal that is also an illusion, which the way we do this is often with the help of Ether Vial. We get a actual Lord of the Unreal on the battlefield, then we use Phantasmal Image to copy Lord of the Unreal, and that gives us essentially a 3/3 Lord of the Unreal that is giving itself hexproof and giving all of our other illusions hexproof, and that is really difficult for a lot of decks to beat. Having an entire board full of creatures having hexproof means lightning bolts and fatal pushes and path to exiles and all that stuff doesn't mess with our board, so it's very easy to win the game once we get that combo set up. It's challenging to do without the help of Ether Vial. If we're just casting Lord of the Unreal, then we try to Phantasmal Image, it's easy to get blown out by removal, but when we're using Ether Vial to cheat on it, it's pretty easy to get this set up at instant speed. We also have Metallic Mimic, which is kind of a nice backup lord. It is itself an illusion if we name illusion, and we're going to name illusion, and then it just grows all of our illusions as it goes along. Not nearly as powerful as the Lord of the Unreal Phantasmal Image combo, but it does give us sort of 12 2-mana lords. If we're counting Phantasmal Image, obviously, it's not a lord if we don't already have a lord, but if we already have a lord, it does work like a lord, and it can copy our other stuff as well. So that's kind of the lord package of the deck. The other competitive advantage, I guess, of the illusion deck is its creatures are really big and some of them are evasive. So Kervokian Mist is one of the scariest cards in this deck. It's a 2-mana flyer and it has power and toughness equal to the number of illusions in play, so it's pretty easy to have this be like a 4/4, a 5/5, a 6/6, often with hexproof thanks to our lords, and that is a really fast, scary clock in the air. We can also copy it with our Phantasmal Image if we want to get even more Kervokian Mist, and it's important to point out here that it does not have the illusion drawback, where if it's targeted it gets sacrificed. Otherwise, in the 1-drop slot, we got Jace's Phantasm. It kind of bad in the deck. It does have flying, which is nice if we can pump it with our lords and keep chipping in for damage. Getting 10 cards in our opponent's graveyard, not going to happen often. We do randomly hose like Dredge or other self-mill strategies where they're putting a lot of cards in their graveyard, but we don't really have any mill to get those cards in an opponent's graveyard. Phantasmal Bear, kind of just the blue goblin guy, 2/2 for 1, so not bad stats. It does sacrifice if it's targeted by something, which is part of the reason why giving it hexproof with Lord of the Unreal, with Phantasmal Image copying Lord of the Unreal is so important to the deck. And then rounding out the top of our curve, we have Illusionary Angel and Vendilion Click. So Illusionary Angel has great stats, a 3 mana 4/4 flyer is really good. The downside of Illusionary Angel is we can only cast it if we cast something else, which means it's not really 3 mana, it's like 4 mana because we got to cast a 1-drop and we got to hold a 1-drop in hand. However, with the help of Aether Vial, we just cheat it into play with Aether Vial on 3 counters, and then it's another really big flying threat, which kind of adds with the Vulcanus, where we have these hexproof lords that are giving our huge flyers hexproof. Then we have these huge flyers that can close out the game really quickly, and that's kind of the big competitive advantage of the deck. That combination of huge evasive hexproof flyers along with the lords to pump them and give them hexproof. Vendilion Clique, a bit weird. I feel like it's mostly a shout out to Aether Vial on 3. I think that Elias was thinking, all right, so I'm going to get my Aether Vial on 3 for Illusionary Angel. I don't want to have just the 4 Illusionary Angels to put into play, so there's not another great Illusion 3-drop, so let's just play Vendilion Clique, putting it into play instant speed on your opponent's draw step with Aether Vial, kind of nice. It is another flyer, even though it doesn't work with our tribal synergies. Removal-wise, 4 copies of Dismember, just kills pretty much anything. It does cost some life, but hopefully our clock is quick enough that that isn't really a big deal. In the mana base, we get Mutavault. It's another illusion, benefiting from our lords, pumping our Vulcanus, a bunch of islands. In the sideboard, Damping Sphere to help against combo and Tron decks, Spreading Seas to help against Tron, I guess. The illusions really does not want to lose to Tron. Spell Pierce and Echoing Truth give us a bit of protection. Echoing Truth also like a removal spell. Phantasmal Dragon, it is an illusion. I'm not 100% sure what it's on the sideboard for. I guess if a matchup is slow and you can afford to play a really big flyer, it is big. If it's hexproof, it's super scary, but a little bit of a strange choice. And that is Illusion Tribal for Modern, and that's been our Fishbowl Thursday instant deck tech for this week. So again, thank you so much to Elias W for sending in the list, and if you want your own list considered in the future, leave that link in the comments. Send me an email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.